being here today. This is day 147 of the income stream, and today we're talking about something pretty specific, but also very important and not often spoken about. And that's the idea that if you have products, or when you eventually have your own products, services, or things to sell, you can find other people to become an affiliate or a partner or a referral
Flynn,
partner. Thank you so much for being here today. And sorry, this is day 147 of a little bit of echo there. We can find people to partner with to promote our stuff. And oftentimes they can promote stuff even better than we can. Why? And how does this work? And where do you find these people? And what can you do to make their lives easier to help sell more of your stuff so that everybody's happy at the end? Well, that's what we're talking about today. If you're here and you're here live with me, say hello to your fellow mates here in the chat. If you are watching the replay, hashtag team replay in the comment section. Thanks so much for being here. Day 147. Let's go.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream, all while we keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.
Thanks everybody, appreciate you being here. We got Dr. Joella in the house, we got Elton, Save Like a Bear, Bug Professionalis, Bernard, Info Planet, Teal or Rex, Just Samson. Good morning everybody. April, I saw that you were having kind of a bum week. Hey, I'm here to lift your spirits. I appreciate you, I see you, I recognize you, hope all is well. Things will pass for sure. Lewis, what's up everybody? Gabriella, welcome in everybody. Thanks so much for being here today. Like I said, we're talking about recruiting affiliates. Now, why would in the world anybody want to recruit affiliates to promote their stuff when we could maybe just spend money on ads instead? Well, there's a number of reasons why finding affiliates to promote your products, finding other people to step up and almost be a part of your marketing team, if you will. There's many reasons why this is important. Number one, obviously, you can get people to help promote your product and help spread the word in ways that you can't do yourself. They have a reach that you don't necessarily have either. So number one, they'll be able to find more people for you. You'll get more exposure, and it comes with an endorsement. So oftentimes, like I said earlier, these people who refer for you can do a better job often at selling your own products than you can. People default to doubt when we have our own products and we sell it to people because there's always a potential hidden agenda. I mean, it's not really hidden, you're trying to make money, but oftentimes people don't realize that it's also there to serve. And hopefully with whatever products you have, you need to also have some sort of service within that product. It needs to provide value, obviously. I mean, that's sort of a given and it's mandatory. I shouldn't even have to say that. However, we need to say that. So what I mean is you need to have, again, let me say this, your product needs to be great. It needs to be great, or else number one, nobody's gonna buy it. And number two, nobody's gonna wanna promote it if it's not a great product either. And maybe you're a good talker, maybe you're great at coming up with deals and partnerships. Well, okay, let's say somebody promotes your stuff. Well, if it still doesn't serve their audience, number one, their audience is not going to be really happy with you. And number two, that person's not going to be happy with you either. And guess whose products and services they will never recommend again? Probably yours. Number two, these people who you find, who you recruit to promote your own stuff, they have authority and trust that you cannot earn yourself. It's going to be much more powerful, much stronger. And number three, they can be driven really, really, really highly to make money too. And then it becomes a win and a partnership for anybody involved. There's a lot of people that I myself have been an affiliate for. I've promoted their products. And in return, when I finally came out with my own products, they wanted to promote my products too. Sort of like like, hey, I'll scratch your back if you scratch my back sort of situation. And so a great place to start would be to consider, okay, well, why or who have you helped in the past? Whose products have you been an affiliate for? Maybe you can ask them first. And that's exactly what we're going to start talking about right now, which is, where do we find these people? Where do we find these amazing people who are going to promote our things, who are going to speak highly of it, and they have this connection to this audience and can give you additional exposure with that trust being a part of that, and where do we even find them? So that's what we're going to be talking about. Romer says, oh no, I came late. It's all good. What's up, Vicky? Good to see you here. As a reminder, we start a half hour earlier on Wednesdays, but that's okay, and I'm just trying to get right into it because we got a lot to talk about. And today, again, for those of you coming in late, we're talking about how to work with and find affiliates to promote your own stuff. And maybe you don't have your own products right now or services, but maybe in the future you will. And finding people to recruit to be an affiliate, meaning you pay them if and only if they make a sale for you. That's what's really cool about this. Oftentimes when we're trying to get more exposure, we might pay somebody a flat fee to have them write a review blog post or a sponsored post on their blog, or to talk about us in their video, or to have an ad be read in a podcast. Yet you won't know if you're going to make sales or not. You're getting exposure, and exposure is great, but if it's ultimately not making any sales, well, then it's much more longer game, and it's going to maybe take multiple touch points versus a person who's excited about promoting your stuff because they're also going to make money at the same time, right? It's a completely different thing, and there's no loss for you, hardly. There are potential losses to you. If somebody, say for example, somebody is an affiliate for your stuff, but they do it incorrectly, they don't do it in a very graceful way, they don't do it by the rules, they get in trouble, it could reflect badly on you. So we need to make sure that the people we recruit are legit, honest, authentic people too, obviously. But number two, it can really, really be great because you're not spending any money unless you're making money, right? And it's a share because you're both sharing in the efforts of you make the product, they help sell it, and it can be great. I have a number of affiliates who promote my own products, and typically what's going to happen is you'll find that there's basically two options. You can either invite people in sort of exclusively, one by one, sort of a invitation only sort of situation, or you can have your affiliate programs more public. And by having it more public, you will get more people. But also by having more people, you're going to have a lot more people to manage, because there is people management involved when you have affiliates. It's helping them understand what they can do to help promote your stuff a little bit better. They will not know the product as well as you do, but they should. So there's some education involved. They might not have the mechanisms to promote it, or at least the ideas, so you can give them those ideas. There's other interesting campaigns that can be run, which we'll talk about near the end of this before we get into Q&A. But this is a whole new world, right? A whole new world. Sorry, every time I say that, I have to do that. Run a dog in the house, popping in for a bit. Big day today. Open house, first contact. K-Walk, good luck to you. Appreciate you. Let's see, anything before we move on? Morning, Vicky. All good. Cool. Hello, Beard Man, says Samuel. Hello. I am liking the beard, though. It is getting a little wild, though. Hopefully my crops in my garden can grow as well as my beard this summer. Okay, cool. So, where might we find these people to promote our stuff? Honestly, I found that the best people to promote are people who have already used that product. And if you've been a part of the conversation here on the income stream the last couple days, you will have known that the number one kind of product that you can promote as an affiliate to help you make money is a product that you've used, because you have that own experience. You can show proof. You can understand the promise of that product. You know because you're somebody who is exactly where the customers are too. You've been in that seat yourself, and you're more able to speak the same language as those who need this product, right? So when you're looking for affiliates, if you have customers already, if you have clients already, and they have audiences as well, that's a great place to start. That's an absolute great place to start. I will say, though, to go back to what I was saying earlier, if you recruit anybody who wants to promote your stuff, just, any student, any person who's looking to make money, and you have the more see who sticks on the wall spaghetti type of situation versus the hand-picked one, you will get, because it is a lot more work, you're going to find that it's an 80-20 situation, even a 90-10, right? 90% of your results in your affiliate program will come from 10% of the people who are a part of it, if you go that route. If you go more hand-picked, you can create essentially more of a white glove service, if that makes sense, to be able to walk them through certain situations, to maybe offer them a little bit more resources, maybe even conduct and coordinate a webinar together, which again, we'll talk about that campaign-like situation a little bit later. But it's the same amount of work, but it's different. And that being said, sometimes when you recruit a whole bunch of people including all of your students and friends and colleagues and other people who just might want to join because they might have the potential to make money, you're going to have a couple people in that sort of giant lot that will stand out. I in fact have a couple people who promote Power Up Podcasting who came out of nowhere. I didn't even know who they were. And they've just been crushing it, like literally sending them a check every single month, happily so, because they're helping to bring new students into the course. And a lot of those people will also then promote into other courses as well. That's the other benefit about this too. When you work with people who are willing to promote your stuff, even if you are willing to offer a higher commission to encourage them, and that's what it takes, a higher commission or some sort of reward to do this, right? If I had a $100 product, but I gave you, I don't know, $3 for every sale, it's not going to be really something that lights you up. However, if I offer $50, a 50% commission, which is pretty common in the digital course space, 50% commission. I mean, that's $50 per person, right? If you send 10 people over and you just mention it and you've used the product yourself as a student, well, hey, now 10 people got in, you get paid $500. I get new students and I can take them maybe from my 101 course to my 201 course and whatnot. And that's pretty amazing. So there's a lot of benefits here for everybody. And again, I, as the course creator, don't have to pay you until you make sales. So there's really no loss for me, which is pretty neat. Where's the best place to start? Well, I would start with your own customers. If you have your own customers, really just either hand-picking them one by one if you have perhaps some star students who you know have some influence and have a bigger audience, and even a smaller audience, but you know that they're out there and they're talking about their work in your course. That's where I would start because they can share their own personal experience. You can also ask your colleagues and friends in the same niche that you're in. If you sell a budgeting product and you are in the finance space, the personal finance space, go and find your other personal finance blogger friends and colleagues and even reach out to some that perhaps you just have a second tier or third tier relationship with to see if they'd be willing to have a conversation with you, at least to start, to potentially then promote your stuff. Because guess what? You're also doing them a favor. You're giving them an avenue, a way for them to make additional income. There is value there in saying, hey, would you like to promote my product? Now, the way that I would approach it wouldn't be, hey, I have this product, would you like to promote it? It would be, hey, I think our audiences align. I have this product. Here's how it's served others. I think it can serve your audience too. How would you like to come up with a deal such that we can then have you promote this and make some money at the same time? And I'll be there to take care of your audience too. I might offer my friends and colleagues free access to the course or the program or the service, so that they can get a feel for it. That's something that I always ask when I am promoting somebody else's product and I don't know them or I don't know the product. I go, hey, could I get free access to it? I literally just ask. But if they offer that for free, I'm more intrigued because I know that they're thinking about what it might be like for me as somebody promoting this, and they understand that my own experience as somebody promoting a product is extremely valuable. So if you have the ability to, and this is obviously much easier with a digital product because digital products are just essentially clones of themselves that you can give away to your friends and colleagues who perhaps have not had access to your digital product yet. Give them access to it. Give them access for free. Offer that, even if it's a limited time access, so they can get access to it and get a feel for what it's like. Then they can better speak about it. The more able your affiliate is able to talk about the product, the more likely it is they're going to convince their following to purchase and follow through, right? This is why starting with your own students can be great because they have their own personal experience and their own personal transformation in there, if that makes sense. But with your colleagues, a lot of them don't have that. So when I've promoted other people's products, other people's courses and stuff, I've always gotten access to it early just to understand what it's like so I can better talk about it. And for me as the affiliate promoting, I can actually more honestly and authentically talk about it and do a better job in my sales process. Thirdly, in terms of groups of people that you could reach out to, this is where I would end. I wouldn't start here. I would start with your own customers, then your own colleagues and friends in the same space that you're in. And then finally, influencers. Influencers, leaders in the space that you're in, authentically reaching out to their audience. Obviously, pay attention because there are influencers that are maybe not so great, influencers that you don't want to work with. I've had influencers in the internet marketing space who are generally seen as a little pushy or scammy reach out to me because they've heard about my podcasting product, they've heard about my affiliate marketing product, and they want to promote it. And they're like, Pat, we have millions of viewers. How would you like us to promote your product? Let's do this together. And I'm like, no, because I don't want to associate with you. I'm sorry. And I literally will tell them that. So that they'll get off my back, because I really, really cherish the reputation that I have, and also my connection to my audience. And if I start bringing in these people who perhaps are, I don't know, maybe a little bit more get rich quick type, then I know that they're not going to be great students either. So that's just something that that's a personal value of mine. And indeed, yes, I am promoting currently. This is funny. It's a little meta. Elton just pointed out that I am promoting Amy Porterfield's course. And what's really cool about that is we came up with a special strategy where I can push my audience into a really, really valuable tool. Whether or not they choose to get access to the course or not, it is a quiz or something to start the conversation with my audience versus just, here's a course. It's a relationship building process. And so that's what we need to offer our affiliates. But before I move on to how we work together as partners, we need to talk about the final thing, which is leaders and influencers one more time, because reaching out to these people, they don't know who you are. And oftentimes they have a lot of noise happening in their brand already. They are working with sponsors and advertisers. The biggest thing to realize is that when you're working with an influencer, oftentimes they are not the decision maker for their business. They have a manager, or they have somebody who's working for them. So a LinkedIn check or a check on their Twitter account to see perhaps who's managing them or who is working with them can be great, because then you can have sort of a backdoor entry into that person's radar versus just going directly. Now, obviously, if you have a direct relationship with them, start there. If you have anything in connection with them, start there. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Trun says, hey, Pat, love your work. I have one request. Please make a separate playlist of the income stream. So a playlist in the channel on the homepage for the income stream. So that way you don't have to find it. I think that's really smart. Thank you for that. Okay. How y'all doing? By the way, I've just been rambling, and are you getting value from this? Is again, so far we've only covered like who you can work with and the relationships with those types of people. We talked about your own customers, your own students. We talked about working with your colleagues and other friends in the space that you're in. And we've talked about influencers or leaders in your space. Making sense so far? I just want to make sure we're good before we move on. Grandma Goody says, the way you've chosen good associates to cross-promote and how you've chosen to stop associating with some made me respect for you grow. Made my respect for you grow. Thank you, Grandma Goody. I appreciate that. It's really important. You know, when you start to gain an audience, you're going to have a lot more opportunities, and you're going to have a lot of people reach out to you to get in front of your audience. And a lot of them are going to try to entice you with very attractive commissions, very attractive situations. I've gotten invited to mansions, and I've gotten invited to rides in Lamborghinis, to just like, you can tell they're just like wooing you, right? They're just like, they're wooing you. They're like courting you. And it's like, if you got to listen to your gut along the way. So just keep that in mind, especially for those of you who are brand new. Like, don't fall into these traps. In fact, I came out with a podcast episode today about traps that us entrepreneurs fall into. I want you to listen to it when you get a chance. And it's really important. So yes, makes sense. Thanks, Kat. Appreciate you. All doing good. Love it. Got a good mix of members and non-members here. If you are a non-member, might you consider subscribing as a member to the YouTube channel? You will help support the causes that we support every single month. You will also have a green name that stands out in the chat, as well as access to a bunch of emojis too. So it's a win for both. And it's literally less than a cup of coffee per month to subscribe. Just literally $2. And that's my pitch for that. But thank you so much. And obviously, even if you don't become a member, it's all good, because I'm still going to be here and serve you here on the income stream. Jay says, my gut's telling me I'm hungry. And man, I just realized I just skipped breakfast. See, your gut will tell you exactly what's going on. You got to listen to the mind. You got to listen to the body, right? You got to listen to the body. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. So when we work with these affiliates, let's consider like, how do we approach? What can we do to make their lives easier? And that's essentially lesson number one. When we're working with a person who's going to promote our stuff, we want to make their lives as easy as possible. If you give them an affiliate link and you just go, okay, go promote it. Sometimes you might get a person who's going to make, go out there and promote it. But often what you'll find is you'll just get a social media link and that's it. We need to offer as much help as possible, because remember, these people are promoting our own stuff when they probably had their own plans themselves. The earlier you can get on board, if in fact, Gabriella, Team Flynn Gold, thank you so much. I appreciate you for that. If you Don't plan ahead of time. In fact, if you are going indeed to create more of a campaign-like process to promote with a super influencer, if you will, you don't have to do that with everybody. We have on Team Flynn, in Team SPI, we have basically two kinds of affiliates. We have regular affiliates and super affiliates. Super affiliates are those who perhaps have hundreds of thousands of people on their email list and a much bigger name and a much bigger brand. Consult the Blind Guy. Welcome to Team Flynn Platinum. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for that. I'm still waiting to hear back from ConvertKit for you, but reach out to them on chat. They have some amazing customer service too. In fact, if they have not gotten back to you yet, they will. Let's see. So if you're going to be doing more of a campaign-like thing to perhaps run a webinar or do something special, make sure you get on a person's radar way ahead of time. I have people reach out to me in January for when we're going to promote something starting in the summer or even fall. Amy Porterfield, who I'm promoting for right now, she reached out to me legit before the end of the year last year. And of course, crazy things have happened during the year, but her launch, which I knew was happening around this time, I wanted to support her. So we got that going, which is pretty cool. Anything Cameras? Welcome to Team Flynn Gold. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. So plan ahead of time. If you're going to be doing if you have an affiliate who you know you want to work with, plan ahead of time. It's almost like if you're going to be a guest on their podcast or have them be a guest on your podcast. You can't just go, hey, let's do it tomorrow. It needs to happen ahead of time, right? The conversation. So anyway, we need to make it easy. We need to do this ahead of time, and then we need to make it easy. And that means things like giving them all the information they might need. If there are specific dates for a campaign that you're running where you're promoting something and you're getting a lot of your energy behind it and you're getting a lot of people to promote this at the same time, then let them know what those dates are. If there is links to webinar registration pages or landing pages that you want them to forward people to, then send them all those. If there's what's called swipe copy, that means sort of like a foundational set of either emails or social media posts that they can just literally copy and paste and put in there themselves. The easier you make their lives, the better, because then they're not going to have to think as much. If I, as a person promoting another product, have to do too much thinking, then it's not going to be something I'm going to want to do because I have other things that I need to think about. I have my own courses, my own audience who probably can be served in other different ways. And if it's hard for me to kind of get behind your stuff, even though I want to, it's not going to happen, right? So make it easy. Kat says, how to set up affiliate system dashboard, system suggestions. Okay, well, let's get into this a little bit. It depends on what you're promoting, but if you're promoting something on Shopify, for example, there are plugins that you can use to recruit affiliates and offer them specific commissions and offer them specific links and whatnot. Oftentimes these programs, you send them a link to sign up and then all the things that they need are in there. You put your swipe copy in there. They have their special affiliate link in there. All the dates are in there. That's sort of at the higher level. Some affiliate programs are literally just, well, hey, we don't have much except this. Here's the affiliate link for this affiliate, and it'll keep track for them. If you don't have the ability to set up an affiliate system, then the easiest way to do it would be to do something like a coupon code that offers partly a discount to their audience, but also it's a special coupon code just for their audience so that you know how many people come through. And then you can work a deal where with every single person who uses that coupon code, you will give them X amount of dollars, and it's tracked. It's based on the honor system. But of course, if they're promoting for you, you want to make sure that they continue to do it. So you're going to be honest with them. They're going to check in with you. You can offer them an email every single week if they're making sales. You can do it more manual that way if you have a checkout system with a coupon code. If you are promoting an online course, say, for example, on Teachable, Teachable has a built-in affiliate program that also actually manages the payouts, which is really unique. Oftentimes, these affiliate programs, just mind you, do not manage the finances because that adds a whole level of legality and also headache for the company. But it's not going to be that difficult. In fact, they will just tell you how much you owe the person who promoted, and then depending on how much after the sale is completed, 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days, then you just pay that person. And then you can, in some systems, say, okay, I paid this person this much, and then it removes how much you owe them because there's still orders that are processing for the future that you can pay them on the next 60 days, for example. So if you are a person and you're not using Teachable and you're not using Shopify, for example, There are other affiliate programs that you can get behind. Post Affiliate Pro is one. Post Affiliate Pro. Affiliate Royale with an E at the end. Affiliate Royale. That's one that you might be able to use for a WordPress website specifically. And there's also affiliate networks. And I know a lot of people who do this because a lot of the work is handled by these third-party companies. And these are companies like ShareASale. ShareASale is probably the most popular one right now. ClickBank was one that was once a popular one, but it's been sort of chock full of really nasty internet marketing type things lately. So I wouldn't really associate with that. The cool thing about these networks is when you put your product there, essentially anybody can sign in, and anybody who has an account there can potentially promote your product too. But you're going to get very little movement in that way. It's the more reaching out to individuals that's going to work better for you. But ShareASale, for example, you can pay a little bit to manage this entire process and to send links to have people register to be an affiliate for you. And ShareASale will take a small share of the sale in order for you to use their tool. But it's a really highly sophisticated tool that you can use. And I know a lot of people who just go that route because it's just easier. It's just easier. They don't have to manage anything other than just those accounts. Cool. Awesome. Just looking up really quick to see if there are any comments, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, we are good. Cool. Spanish and Go in the house. Lovely. Surprised to see you here. It's great to have you back. Jay, Peasant Uprising, Manos in the house. Awesome. Question from Consult a Blind Guy coming in. Let me pop this on the screen for us. Okay, question. I'm an affiliate for Martin and considered making an ad promo to insert in my video content. Is that a wise idea? Thanks, Pat. An ad promo to fit into your content can work. Ads are there to bring exposure, to let people know about something. However, I don't like things that feel like ads. I like things that are organically spoken about. So how might you, for example, this is one way to coordinate some sort of affiliate promotion. Instead of just giving them links and go, okay, go, you can go, hey, might I be able to be a guest on your show? So let's say Martin comes onto your channel and that's the quote unquote ad. It's a conversation. It's more real and there's value there. And when there's value there and there's relationship building, and this is the hard thing about affiliate marketing, it's like if I'm promoting Amy Porterfield stuff, that's great. But if you don't know who Amy Porterfield is, it's going to be very difficult. And I could say all the best things in the world about her, which I do because she's awesome. But even still, you don't have a relationship with her yet, and spending money to buy something of hers, which then I get a commission from, is going to be very difficult. However, if Amy and I do a webinar together where you get to meet her, or I have her on my podcast, which I've had her on my podcast before, those kinds of situations, well, now my audience can build a relationship with her at the same time. And you can do the same thing with your audience, Consult a Blind Guy, with Martin, right? So maybe Martin comes on and actually you guys have a conversation together and you coordinate something like that, which would work, in my opinion, better than an ad. Maybe you do a breakdown and actually educate your audience about what Martin teaches, and maybe you give away some of that stuff for free in exchange for getting on an email list to then have some promotion. Of course, now people know who Martin is. It's the system that you're teaching, and now people want like the full thing, right? You're offering sort of a sample size of that, if that makes sense. Cool. So yeah, great question, and that leads to different ways that we could promote this thing, right? So how might we coordinate promotions with these affiliates? Now, like I said, base level foundation, just give them access to the links and they can do it on their own. And in many cases, that's going to be the case, and it may or may not happen because these people are very busy, right? But coordinating something ahead of time can be great. So let's say, for example, that I invite you to promote my course, Power Up Podcasting, which there is an affiliate program for that. But then we coordinate something. You invite me to go on a webinar, but I, having it be my course, I'm the one mentioning that. So, hey, let's coordinate a webinar. You will host it for your audience, but my team and I will do all the work. All you have to do is show up, and we'll set up the webinar on Zoom. We'll set up the landing page that you can point people to, and then you show up on webinar day, and you introduce me to your audience, and I'll deliver value and pitch at the end, and we'll use your affiliate link at the end of the webinar, and then you can follow up with your audience for the next few days after the webinar, and everybody wins. And this is exactly what I did a couple weeks ago with a person named Ross Wynn, who promoted my podcasting course. And we set this up, and because he's been and this is a lot of work, right? This is like a higher level super affiliate thing where maybe you do it for the people who you know have a lot of influence or who have a bigger audience. Doing this to somebody who maybe doesn't have a large following may or may not be worth it to you, but still worth potentially trying. But the idea is you want to have them promote to their audience a free educational webinar, which will allow me to, number one, educate this audience, improve my expertise, but number two, build a relationship with the audience so that when I promote and he promotes the product or you promote the product, it's going to not come out of nowhere anymore, right? If that makes sense. So that's something that can go a very, very long way. Cher says, I have one affiliate and one business that gave me access code and wants to partner up to be a sponsor of my podcast. So I'm diving in. Awesome. That's incredible. Well done. Well done, Cher. Francis says, I like this. Cool. Okay, so what else can we do? Maybe instead of that's sort of a one-to-one webinar. That's a one-to-one webinar, right? I will set up a webinar for you to promote to your audience. I'll do all the work. You see how we're talking about making this easy? This is a very high level sort of affiliate relationship where I will create the webinar. You just promote the webinar and show up, and that becomes a sort of connection from your audience to me, and then I'll do the rest of the work. My team will do the rest of the work. Our emails, our follow-up sequences will do the rest of the work. And you can just send a couple emails if you'd like afterwards to sort of let people know why you trust me and why this course is great, you've taken it yourself, etc. So that's number one. But that's like one single person, all that work, right? Now, if you are going to be doing it that way, and a lot of people that I know do this, then have an SOP. An SOP is a standard operating procedure, and we have this now too, where it's just literally a checklist of items. So if somebody, like it's an algorithm, right? If affiliate wants to do a exclusive promotion webinar, then here are all the steps. Here's all the steps, and here like we literally just have to go, okay, copy paste from this previous one and do it for the next one, right? We just change the dates and we're ready to go. But that's a lot of work. What if we wanted to do something as an affiliate? Okay, let's say our product is not Evergreen, but it has an open and closed cart situation. Your next open cart situation could be a perfect time to have a bunch of people promoted at the same time, because that's the time it's open, right? So we're letting people know ahead of time, months in advance, that our course is going to be promoted or our product is going to be promoted during this period. It's going to open on this date. It's going to close on this date. And then oftentimes what will happen is a week preceding the open launch date, there's some stuff that people can already start promoting, a webinar or a quiz or something like that. The way that it works would be I'd want to recruit a whole bunch of people to promote it at the same time. And I'd want to let them know when everything starts and when everything goes down. And I'd want to let them know where to push their audience at certain times. So pre-launch phase, hey everybody, now's the time to start collecting leads. And here is your unique landing page affiliate link. And so indeed, even in Teachable, you can create a landing page that has a unique tracking code for each individual, right? It takes a little bit of manual things to do, but it's possible. I'm not going to go technically into that right now, but you send people the information about pre-launch. All right, everybody, like let's say I have 50 people or even 10 people who want to promote during this open period. All right, guys, next week, start promoting this page here. It's a landing page. Every lead that comes in will be tracked. And if they make a purchase, you will get credit for it. And you're not selling anything right now. You're promoting the quiz. You're promoting the lead magnet. You're promoting the webinar, etc. So that's number one. What's up, Tonya? Great to see you here. Happy Wednesday, Scooby Life. Thanks for being here. The Roamer says, I always geek out when Pat says terms like SOP and other industrial things. Waze says, hi, I'm new here. I saw your cheat sheet video first. This is right what I wanted to learn. Awesome, Waze. I'm glad you made your way here. I appreciate you. Okay, so continuing on. I'm just providing scenarios for you, right? Hopefully you're tracking. So I'm recruiting affiliates to promote an open launch period where pre-launch, they're promoting a landing page or some lead magnet or registration to a webinar. During launch, there's a sales page. So I offer the sales page affiliate link to each of those 10 individuals as well. I give them swipe copies so they can promote it to their audience in whichever way they choose. I might even run a little contest. This is a little bit higher level as well, but maybe I have a contest. I give away, $100 to the person who brings in the most leads during pre-launch. Then I give away $1,000 to the top affiliate and $500 to the second place and $100 to the third place. And that way there's even a little bit of a competition going on. Clean that up. Bruh. Welcome to Team Flynn Gold. Thank you so much for that. And then there's a little bit of competition in there, which is really cool. And I know that when I'm promoting somebody else's stuff and I see that I'm like in 4th place, it does kind of inspire me to go, what if I just sent one more email? So this having a little contest or giveaway, or even if it's like Amazon gift cards or something, can go a very long way for sure. So that's that process, right? And then after, during the sale, encouraging them, asking them if they need any help. I will say, however, that the open close launch situation where you're recruiting a bunch of affiliates for that moment in time, it's a lot of work. Like literally all hands on deck from the team. You can't do this by yourself, or I wouldn't recommend it. You can, but it takes a lot more coordination. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of affiliates that you need to pay attention to and take care of. And then of course, there's the payout 30 days later if people stick around and don't refund. It's tough, but a lot of businesses have become successful because of the affiliates they've recruited in an open and closed type manner. I'm thinking of, for example, B School by Marie Forleo. If you don't know who Marie Forleo is, she is probably the top woman entrepreneur who has recruited affiliates ever for her course B School, which has been around for 10 years. And every year it opens up one time. She recruits hundreds of affiliates and they promote it. There's a contest. And this is something that I've seen Amy Porterfield promote. I've seen so many other people promote. And it just becomes this giant situation where, ultimately everybody's winning because everybody's promoting, everybody's getting in, and the affiliates are making sales, and Marie makes sales as well. So that's pretty cool. A lot of effort though. So what to do if you have a product and you don't have an open all the time, or an open and then closed situation, but you have instead an open all the time situation, an evergreen product, right? A product that's open all the time. So there's a couple ways to, other than just go, hey guys, here's an affiliate link, promote my product anytime. That's not going to work out because then there's not really a reason to promote your stuff right now, right? Or it's not at least very attractive because it's just like, oh, well, okay, now I got to do the promotion. Like if I'm promoting somebody else's stuff and they just go, oh, here's a link, then I know that in order for it, for me to make it work and make it be worth my time, I have to put time into it up front. I have to sell this. I have to create my own campaign behind this promotion. And that's where I get into like the demo videos or inserting my own story in there. And I have to consciously do that. Or else it just might be a link on the resource page, which is, yeah, it may work, but a campaign to go behind it will go much further. So here's what you can do to help encourage your affiliates to promote an evergreen product more. You build out the evergreen funnel, meaning traffic comes in, sequence of emails come out, an on-demand webinar, or some sort of sequence that at the end of that sequence they get promoted to. You've defined that, you've refined that, you've gotten that down. You can understand that for X number of people who come in, this number of people come out. So we're talking conversion rates and percentages and stuff. This is how you attract affiliates, by the way. You say, this has a 5% conversion rate. So for every 100 people you send to this landing page, I will work then to have them go down a funnel, which is again automated, such that 5 of those people on average will convert at the end. And for every person who converts, I will give you $200. So if you just send 100 people through, you make $1,000. Now it becomes okay. Maybe I should push more people toward this and not just stick it on my landing page. Maybe I can do a whole video about it and then embed that on my website. Now I can get if I get 1,000 people, then I get $10,000. If I put 10,000 people through there, then I'm making $100,000. Those conversion rates are really useful over time once you collect them to attract new people, right? To attract new people, which is pretty cool. How's the chat going? I love that you guys are connected to each other here. It's pretty cool. I giggled when listening to an old podcast where Pat said cheat. Cheat-cheese. The cheat-cheese work, man. The cheat sheets work. Bruh. Okay. So for the evergreen thing, funnels can work in different kinds of ways. You could get really high level in an evergreen funnel and attach a tool called Deadline Funnel to it, such that for every person who subscribes, it essentially starts a countdown timer to a point where there's urgency and the sale will end and there's bonuses that go away, you can actually automate that. And every individual has a launch-like sequence. That's a very attractive thing for an affiliate who you can recruit, because you can go, hey, every person that you send through here, and of course here meaning a landing page or some lead magnet or something, and then maybe you do a podcast episode together to help spur that on, and you drop that link that's an affiliate link. For every person who goes through, they go through this funnel, they have their own unique deadline, and then they will convert at a much higher rate as a result of that deadline funnel attachment. But even without that, having really good copy, taking people through that journey of understanding, of building, getting to know you, getting to like you, getting to trust you, it's very attractive for an affiliate, because they can go, okay, so all I have to do is just help you at the top of the funnel, and then I get paid after they go through. Well, heck yeah, let me send more people over for you. Let's get coordinated. And that's how you can do it in a more evergreen sort of fashion. And if that's the case, then it's not a specific time of the year. It's just ASAP getting them the link to that landing page where they can then drive traffic to. And through their affiliate link, which then has a cookie attached to it that tracks that person all the way through. And if they make a purchase, then then a sale comes in. There is one technical thing we have to talk about before I start answering questions here about this, and I do see a question from Anything Cameras that I'm hovering over that I'm going to get to you in just a second, as well as one from Jay that I will be Jay Helms, the W2 capitalist. I like that. It's almost like radio. Jay Helms, the W2 capitalist of the world. I don't know what's going on right now. Anyway, something technical we have to talk about is the cookie period. Amazon, for example. Amazon, we are Amazon associates. We promote something on Amazon and we make commission if we sell it within 24 hours. Their cookie is 24 hours. Now, what's cool about Amazon is anything a person puts in the cart is up for grabs and has that affiliate commission tied to it, but it's only a 24-hour cookie period. So if you send people through your affiliate link to Amazon, whatever they put in their cart within 24 hours after they click, that's the sort of initiation period, you get credit for. After 24 hours, if they purchase something 2 days from now, you're not going to get credit for it. So you, as the person who's recruiting affiliates, should be very open with the cookie period. I think it should be very something that's shared a lot more, because a lot of times the cookie period could be hidden, and you could recruit affiliates. I mean, you could really not scam people, but just be a jerk about it. You could say, hey, like, promote my stuff. It's awesome. Knowing that your funnel is like 2 weeks long, but then your cookie is 7 days long. Well, then by the time people get to the end of the funnel, it's not going to track for that person anymore. And although that person sent one of their audience members over and purchased, they're not going to get credit for it, and that's not cool. Typically, you'll see 30-day cookies or 60-day affiliate cookies. Those are pretty common in the digital space for sure, even with physical products that are on Shopify. Physical products typically have a less time, in fact, maybe a week or two, versus a digital product. I've seen lifetime cookies, by the way, where I've even been promoting things that I promoted 3 years ago that I'm still getting paid for, and new customers coming in years later and I'm still getting paid for it. So that can be a benefit or a feature, if you will, for a person that you're trying to recruit. Hey, we have a lifetime cookie. So if you send people now, even if they purchase next year, you're still going to get paid for it. However, there's obviously debate there. Should you, after a year, is it something you should still give them credit for? Because after a year, likely they're purchasing now because they've gotten to know you and you're doing the work and not them. So there's sort of a balance that needs to happen there with as far as the cookie, but a 30-day cookie window is typical. Okay, so a question from Anything Cameras here. How large of an audience should one have before offering affiliate links? And should someone start with a service like Amazon or go to a specific person or company first? So to your first question, how large of an audience? I don't think that a specific number is what you can shoot for. I would say a general feeling of influence is what you're going for. The ability for you to have a product that actually serves people and have partners and relationships. I think it's going to be more of a gut feeling of, hey, I think I'm at a point now where I have these friends and I have students now who have been asking. Like, that's a good sign. People are asking how they can get behind the product and promote it and support you with it. Even if it's just after the first round of beta students, I remember I've had people who wanted to promote my podcasting course, and we didn't have the affiliate situation available yet at that point, but people were asking because they got a lot of value. And pay attention to your students. A lot of them may want to promote your stuff. But as far as a larger audience for you and for when you can start finding people, it's going to be really based on your gut, honestly. And as far as the program that you use, if you, say, for example, have your own product on Amazon, then typically, if it's a physical product, that's where people are going to likely go because they're just used to that. However, we at SwitchPod, right? SwitchPod, we have an affiliate program at switchpod.co/ I think it's partners or partner. And what's really cool is we offer a higher commission than Amazon. And the reason is because as a physical product owner, we make more money when we sell off of our Shopify account versus Amazon. Amazon takes a big chunk, but we kind of have to be there. That's the sort of game that we're in now in the physical product world, is that like, even though Amazon takes a lot, you can't not be there because you're losing out on the marketplace and the algorithms and the people who are there. So when it comes to SwitchPod, we offer, I believe, a 10% commission versus 5 on Amazon. Or it might even be higher than that, actually. But that encourages a lot of people to, when they link to our stuff, link to our Shopify page instead. And again, through Shopify, we are using a plugin. I think it's called, Refer something or other. That's not what it's called. Let me see. switchpod.co/partner. Let's see if we can look at this. Yeah, 10% base commission, 3-day cookie. So we're very upfront with that. Affiliate commissions paid out via PayPal. And that's way better than Amazon, which is I think 5% commission, or even 3. They might have changed it for 24 hours, right? So we at SwitchPod, I mean, a lot of Shopify users will go kind of that route because it's just much more attractive, and we make more money that way. Jay here says, I don't have the question here in front of me. But what is the email marketing platform that you are an affiliate of? I'm looking to change from what I'm currently doing. Thank you. ConvertKit. If you'd like to go through my affiliate link, this is an affiliate link, so I get paid a commission if you go through it, but smartpassiveincome.com/ConvertKit. You can get a free trial. Check it out. And you can check it out. It's awesome. I've switched from 2 other ones before I got there. Question from Consult the Blind Guy. Quaranteam fam, anyone know if there are any rules against affiliate links on Facebook? You can use affiliate links, but the rule is, this isn't a Facebook rule. It's a FTC rule, Federal Trade Commission rule. You have to be upfront that the thing that you're promoting, you are an affiliate for. If that is indeed an affiliate link, like the point at purchase, right? So this is why I prefer to have on my blog, for example, that's where the affiliate disclaimer is. That's where the demo video is. That's where, when I'm talking about a product, that's where I can put all the information. Facebook, I would just link to that post. And so on Facebook, I don't need to add the disclaimer because that's not the point at which I'm asking for a sale or anything like that. It's on the blog. So that's how I get around. And I think that's more natural. Sometimes you'll get backlash or have some very loud people in your audience say, hey, you're just promoting this to make money on Facebook versus offering value at the same time. Now, that's not impossible to do, but that's something that can work out really well. Let's see. Cool. Awesome. Thank you again. You're welcome. Chat, what questions do you have? We have about 10 minutes here. We blasted through this conversation today. Lastly, for any of the affiliates that you recruit who perform well for you, actually, let's start with ones who don't perform well. You have an option of working with them again or not, right? Or maybe finding out what they can do better next time, where maybe they needed some help and support. Continue to nurture the relationship that you have with your affiliates. And for those who sort of underperform, definitely reach out. Don't get angry at them. Obviously, there's things that get in the way. Maybe you can check to see how often they promoted or what they said. Maybe there was not a lot of effort, and in which case you can go, hey, next time, I'd love to see more. What can we do to help you, right? That kind of thing. Serve first, you might get paid back in return. For those affiliates that you do recruit that do perform really well for you, I mean, you gotta treat them like gold. These are the star players. Like, you've just hired somebody essentially to promote your stuff for you, a sales team, in fact, that you don't have to have on payroll. You're paying them a commission every time they make a sale. These people you want to treat like gold. So if you haven't done anything sort of like specific, like a campaign together, do that. See how you might be able to be a guest on their podcast. Whatever value you can offer to their audience, like dig deeper into that, because it just might take one or two super affiliates to really change everything and to get you in front of their audience, to have that endorsement and that promotion. It can go an extremely long way. It's going to be absolutely a fun thing too. So if people, and you know, literally send them gifts if you can. Like I've had people, as a result of helping people make six figures by promoting stuff, like they've sent me Christmas card, like even just notes of thanks go a very long way. I mean, you don't have to send and buy physical stuff, but I've gotten a lot of Harry and David type stuff. You know, there's like fruit baskets, especially around Christmas time. I've gotten, you know, people have sent me VR gear because I've helped push their product out there. Treat these people like gold, because they are, and because you should reward people for helping you, right? Scooby Life says a tutorial guy suggested to list our Refersion product. So Refersion, that's the link, that's the name of the tool on Shopify. Also on ClickBank, etc. What do you think? Also, I think you should do a Refersion tutorial. That's definitely going to be more of a Caleb question. In fact, he, my partner on SwitchPod, was the one that set that up, and he's doing excellent. I don't think it's a big deal because lots of folks have gotten back to work. His replays are probably higher now. Not sure what that's referring to, but I'm sorry I missed that. Questions. We are building. Yo, Kat. Bruh. Thank you for subscribing and being a member of Team Flynn Gold. I appreciate you. Question from Waze. We are building a product. Should we add the affiliate feature from the beginning or after we have some users? I would say after you have some users. It's very difficult to convince a person, unless you already have a pre-existing relationship with them, that they should promote your stuff before they've even had access to it themselves or have seen the results. Sometimes it's the results that will actually do the selling for you. Hey, we've had 10 people go through this beta course and 10 people succeeded. We'd love for you to be a part of it and have 100 of your people, 1,000 of your people come through it. I would wait and focus on the things that you need to focus on for sure. Cher says, can you talk about smooth boarding and best practices for promoting on podcast? When is best? So smooth boarding, I'm hoping you're talking about not surfing or anything like that, but talking about the idea of when you are onboarding new students, for example, or onboarding new affiliates. Either way, you want to have sort of a sequence or an SOP, a standard operating procedure, such that if you sign up new affiliates, you have messages that go out that are already pre-existing. A library of material. Sometimes you want to create swipe copy or social media images that they can use. And then also just helping them understand what they can do to better help you. Having those things done up front can be great, because then you're not on the fly sort of creating those messages. And in terms of when being on a podcast, I mean, if you are on a podcast and you know this person who you are interviewing with, who's owner of the show, is going to promote your stuff, like, you need to show up that day. You need to build a relationship with the audience, tell great stories, talk about this product in a way that doesn't seem pushy, but is more about the stories behind the product versus the product itself. And then people will be excited about that. All right. Thanks for answering my question yesterday. I'm starting a blog on how I can become an affiliate of big brand products like Apple apps, meditation apps, Spotify, etc. Cool. What liability issues, if any, should we consider going into affiliate marketing? There's definitely things that you have to pay attention to. If you are going to be recruiting affiliates, you need to make sure that your affiliates know how to promote your stuff and to do it with authenticity. That's the most important thing. Having them know that they need to share that there's a relationship here, that they get paid a commission or get paid as a result of this. It's just FTC rules, right? That's the big thing. And obviously there are some implications as far as just anytime you have a relationship, if somebody says something bad or something happens in their brand, it could reflect bad on you. It's hard. There's so many scenarios, obviously, and it's tough to talk about all of them. And we also don't want to live in fear and not do things because we're worried about those things, but we should definitely pay attention. I think, common sense plays a big role here for sure. Hello, Prab. Great to see you here. Questions. I see questions coming in. Let's see. I'm I'm just scrolling down here. Fun will now commence. Are there any no-nos in 2020 that did not exist before we should avoid in affiliate marketing going forward? I mean, I think just what worked before in the world of authenticity and transparency still works today. All the other things have continued to change, but the one thing that's remained is that people love when you're honest with them. People love authenticity, and when you understand what they're thinking and what they're going through and how a potential product might serve them, then that's when things are going to work out the best. Same goes for when you're recruiting affiliates, understanding what their audience's needs are and how you can better help them, make their life easier. That's when it's going to work out for you too. Question from K-Walk, 150-day party on Saturday? Maybe. Thank you for that. Didn't even realize that Saturday was the day. Clean that up. Question, I'm an Amazon affiliate, but the percentage is not great for some things. Yes, like literally 1%. Should I reach out to companies directly for affiliate links? This is actually indeed something that I teach my students in my course, 1, 2, 3 Affiliate Marketing, because you can make more money by promoting these products individually. There are pros and cons because more people are comfortable purchasing on Amazon versus just on a direct website. However, it may be worth it because there's higher commissions typically. Reach out to the company and they might find a way to offer you some special deals or exclusives or things like that too, which you can't get through Amazon. Question from Solar Gravity. In AM, how many times should you remind, or in affiliate marketing, how many times should you remind your audience that the links are the affiliate or links? If they're coming to a new page or a new experience, and it's the first time you mention that product with the sale tied to it, then that's when I would do it, right? So if it's a resource page, for example, it's right at the top. You don't have to do it every single link on that same page, but a disclaimer up top, very clear, not a link on the bottom, not in the sidebar, but right there in the body of the copy saying something like, by the way, a lot of the links in this post are indeed affiliate links, which means I earn a commission if you go through and purchase that. It's at no extra cost to you. If you have any questions about these products, let me know. And I only promote products that I've used and support and know are great for you. That's how you can position it. Let's see. Question, what's a typical commission rate for online courses, business marketing niche? Apologies if it's been asked. No worries, Jasmine. I would say typical is 20 to 50%, kind of around that range. Oftentimes, a lot of course owners, for example, will have like a 25% commission for just the general public for affiliates, and then a higher commission for those super affiliates who you want to offer them something a little bit more. 33% is pretty common as well. And again, remember, for your affiliates, like think about it from their perspective. If they're promoting something and making $9 per sale, are they going to be that excited about it versus, a little bit more? Cool question. What are your thoughts on lifetime commissions, allowing linked affiliates to receive commission on all future purchases by customer? There's pros and cons. Obviously, that's a huge draw. Like, wow, I can make lifetime affiliate commissions if like even on other products that you promote. That's very common. I, as an affiliate for others, absolutely love that. I mean, that's a huge draw for sure because one person who purchases another product who purchases another is great. And I think that's fantastic. But it is definitely a bonus. It's not necessarily something that people expect. I will say that there are some software out there that I love promoting because I get a recurring commission every month so long as people stay on the same product, not an additional product or a different product, but the same product. ConvertKit, for example, pays 20%, I believe, for anybody that you send through every month as long as that person stays around. This is how we've been able to accumulate over time, because people keep stacking on. I'm getting recurring commissions from each of those people every time. I mean, we're receiving $15,000 to $20,000 a month now from ConvertKit's affiliate program, which is just incredible. But it didn't start like that. It started at hundreds of dollars and then thousands, and that's pretty cool. Oh man, K-Walk, you are crazy. Saturday party ideas. Watch your mouth for the entire show. Probably not. Yo, we are at the half-hour mark. I have to go because it is time for my mastermind call, but I'm glad we started early. We talked about a lot of great things today. Chat, hit me up with a thumbs up if you haven't already. Would love to see that over 100 before we go here in the next 2 minutes. But just one more final thing. When you're working with affiliates to promote your stuff, treat them like gold. These are real people promoting and offering some of their space, their audience to you. That is absolutely huge. Do not take that for granted. We need to understand that that's a huge deal. So we need to make their lives easier. We need to reward them when they do well for us. We need to help them out if they haven't done well for us. And it can definitely be an additional income stream for you. And in fact, in our bottom line, in our cash flow, we have a space for course sales, and then we have a space for course sales from affiliates. It's a significant number because it is a significant thing. So don't just sort of like blend them into overall course sales. Separate them out so you can actually track that, and you can actually work toward higher commissions and higher sales for you from people who you've partnered with. And remember, those partners can become partners for life. Give them something special, maybe exclusive deals or early access to something, access to you for their audience, etc. This is really great. So anyway, great job today. This is fantastic. Wasn't sure how this was going to go because we've never really spoken about this before on the other side of affiliate marketing. Tomorrow, Thursday, I'm not quite sure what the topic's going to be about. I'm going to ask the members in the community what we should crowdsource for tomorrow related to affiliate marketing, or maybe even not affiliate marketing. We've crushed affiliate marketing this week. We did really, really well. Maybe we'll talk about something else. And then Friday, we have our Friday Fun Day with the Wheel. Saturday, we'll see. It's day 150, so we could celebrate. And then Sunday's Chill Day Q&A. So anyway, Team Flynn, you're amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And as always, Team Flynn for the win. Peace out.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream. All while we keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.
You are beautiful, you're awesome, you're amazing, you're gonna crush it. You have an amazing, amazing road ahead of you. I'm so stoked for the opportunities that are gonna come your way. You're gonna crush today. Keep it up. Look forward to having you think about how awesome your day was at the end of the day. Peace out, y'all. Much love, and welcome to all the new members.
Bruh.
Peace out.